going on, man? Bringing the business crew back in the house, man. DC.
What's going on, man? Nick over here. How you feeling today? What?
Hey, man, I feel like I'm. You see, I got my red on. I got my pink and everything, man.
Ah, shit.
It's
Ah,
Valentine's Day,
shit.
man.
Ah,
Valentine's Day.
shit.
So love is in the air. Hey, so question: out of everybody that we look at over the years in the NBA, that was had a big what if story and didn't um, reach their full potential of their game or their career.
Mhm.
Who would you say is the most special of the what if stories? And before you go, my son came to me last night and he said, Dad, my son is 8, right? So
Mhm.
he getting, heavily into these sports and stuff now. So he came to me last night and he said, Dad, who is somebody at school told me about somebody named Rose play for the Bulls. Ooh,
Mhm.
right. So I said,
Mhm.
You don't know Derrick Rose? He say, who was that? I said, sit down. Go straight to YouTube. So ultimate Derrick Rose highlights. Come on. You gotta excuse my voice, man. I ain't even sick, but I'm losing my voice. But anyway, we played a I played the ultimate Derrick Rose highlights. And I just sat back and I just said that out of everybody that we saw from the pennies, first penny came to my mind, and I said, Derek was more special than Penny, and I know that that's hard, and I know a lot of people may say, when and to me, it's a difference between better and special,
Mhm.
or whatever, because we can't throw that special word around too much.
Right.
Even though Penny was special, Penny was gonna be cold, and he had some great years. Grant Hill was cold.
Yeah.
Brandon Roy was cold.
Mhm.
People, Derek may have had a little more glow on him than them, if that makes sense. He might have been more special than them, Nick. What you think? I know what you. I know what you. Take your personal biases out because I know that's like your favorite player and all that. But was he more special than them? And if you look at the stat sheets, people gonna say no because Grant rebounded more, assists. You know what I'm saying? Because Grant Hill could kind of do it
Mhm.
all. Penny was a bigger point guard who did it. But special is a different category to me.
The reason why I'm gonna say he was more special because now I'm not taking nothing away from Penny or Grant Hill. Uh, Derek was more feared. You know what I'm saying? His speed, his quickness, his explosiveness. Motherfucker can't stop that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, we've heard stories of motherfuckers not want to play when they knew they had to play the Bulls when he was in his prime, bro, before he got hurt. Like, that's the impact that he had, you know what I'm saying? And man, I look at Derrick Rose highlights all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the things that he was able to do before he got hurt. Well, none of them doing that shit. And I'm not saying Grant Hill wasn't explosive because he was. I watched Grant Hill when he first got in the league before he got hurt. And I'm gonna say this about Penny. I'm about to say Anthony. I'm like, who the fuck is Anthony? I'm gonna say this about Penny. I didn't see many Penny Hardaway games because it was Orlando. Only time I really seen Hardaway games if he played the Bulls or in the playoffs. I had the pleasure of actually seeing more Grant Hill games because he played for Detroit. And we kind of seen those games and they played the Bulls more. You know what I'm saying? But I think I hate to well, I ain't gonna say I hate to say this, but Anthony, the advantage Anthony had was his height. Now
Yeah.
he was highly skilled though. He was highly skilled, but for his height,
Penny
you
was
know what I'm saying?
cold too, though.
He was. He was.
Penny was cold, bro. Like
He was. He was. I mean, I can't take that. I can't take that away from him. Only thing I can say is I didn't see many games from Penny. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can say about that.
he
But go ahead.
no, I was gonna say he was special too, though.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was very special. But when you look at the impact of what Derrick Rose did for the league when he first got in there, you know what I'm saying? Number one pick, rookie of the year. You know, the Bulls was on an all-time high. Now, like, granted, we had a decent team around us. We was one shooting guard away
Yeah.
from,
Like
from
if you'd have had
winning it all.
if you'd have had Jimmy earlier,
Yes, yes. If Jimmy was like 3-4 years in
yeah,
already, yeah,
yeah,
we won the chip. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And, what's his name? What's his name? Bogans?
Yeah, Keith Bogans. You
Keith
had Keith
Bogans?
Bogans and
Yeah,
Ronnie Brewer and
yeah.
people like that at the two guard. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, wasn't gonna cut it. Wasn't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? They good defensive players. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie Brewer was a good cutter. You know what I'm saying? On that baseline, to get you some nice little buckets. But nah, it wasn't gonna cut it. But dude, like I said, I've watched many Derrick Rose highlights like all the time. Dude, the speed that he played at. I don't care what nobody say. People saying now that De'Aaron Fox is the fastest person. Bro, I've never seen Zeke was Isaiah Thomas was fast when he played. I've never seen a guard operate that fast.
Now I'm gonna
Never.
say this. I'm gonna say this. Russ just as fast, right?
He he's
And just
he's not as
hold
fast as
on.
Derrick though.
Just as fast, and he just as explosive. But the
Mm-hmm.
difference is, and you know Russ my guy, but I'm gonna keep it real. Derrick played with a little more poise with his
Yes.
speed and his effectiveness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Russ one speed, and he didn't know how to tone that down sometimes, or you know what I'm saying, or
Still
whatever.
don't.
Derrick played with a little more poise when need be. You know what
So
I'm
let me ask
saying?
you this question: who a better finisher on the rim, Rose or Russ?
I'm gonna tell you like this: when you say on the rim, because I'm gonna tell you, look, and I've had this discussion many times, and I feel that I have enough evidence to back it up. Russ is the best dunking point guard ever, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
He
gonna
has
tell
the
you why.
most dunks.
Oh,
I don't agree
he
with
got
you.
the most. He got
Yeah.
the most like powerful. Um, every dunk that you can show me with BD, Rose, whatever like that, Russ got him. He got bodies, like he got over big boys, you know what I'm saying, over the Go Bears and all those guys. He got them. So I think he's the best dunking point guard ever. Now, just finishing with moves and everything like that, I'm gonna get that to Rose over him. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the people that's gonna put Kyrie in when it come to just finishing around them. People who gonna put Rod Strickland when it come to
Oh yeah.
finishing them. You know, with
They all
English, you
yeah,
know,
they all in that same category though.
yeah,
They all the thing is I wouldn't complain about you putting a Kyrie and a Rose and a Strickland in the same category because they all come from the school of Strickland.
yeah.
So it's not even a debate. You know, I wouldn't debate those three in anyway. You know what I'm saying, as far as finishing around the rim. I will say this. Longevity, you have to give the best dunker to Russ. But in that time frame before Rose got hurt, hands down is Rose.
I
In that
got I,
time frame.
to be honest, I got Rose number 3.
For who? Don't say Baron Davis, please.
Man,
Come on,
man,
stop.
you better go, man, please.
Stop. I
You better go.
look.
You better
I
because
seen he not dunking on people like the thing is this.
shit.
I'm look. So first of all, let me say this. Baron Davis was a great point guard, you know what I'm saying, before he slowed down or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? He did dunk on people. Baron Davis ain't jumping high like that, B. He just got up before motherfuckers got up. And dude, Rose is junking on he 40-something inch vertical, bro. I go back and see how
you
much
know,
vertical Baron Davis was.
I've seen two small point guards do something, right? And I know this is just a fraction of the dunking portion or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the 2 point guards is Russ and Barron. Like I've seen, from the era we come from, where a big man take that ball and do like a drop step and
Yeah.
go up, and like that's a big man move. Like
Yeah.
drop step. I seen Russ and Barron do shit like that, bro. Like they
Yeah,
bounce.
Rose too.
I gotta
Yeah,
see it.
Rose too.
And I'm not telling you wrong,
Go.
but just drop step and like go straight up, like that's
Yeah.
hard to do for a little guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just okay,
Rose do it too.
that's something you're gonna have to show me.
Yeah, Rose
You
do it too. I mean, I'm about to look up the footage, but come on. I mean, you talking about a guy who got 40-something inch vertical, bro. You think this man can't do a drop step and just put that motherfucker down? Yeah.
That's hard to do for a 6'2", 6'3" guard.
But he did it though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not we having this debate, and I'm not taking nothing away from those two dunkers, but I think in that time frame before Rose got hurt, Russ ain't even in the conversation at that point. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Russ wasn't in the conversation until after Rose got hurt. Well, nobody talking about Russ. He was a solid point guard. Yes, he was. You know what I'm saying, he was a strong dunker, strong finisher like that. Wasn't nobody talking about Russ, B. You know, when nobody talking about Russ like that.
And it's another narrative out there, right? And I'm
I want to hear this.
it's not to because like I say, I'm telling you how special Rose was and everything like that, right? But I looked at something.
Okay.
It's a lot of false narratives about Rose just murdering every point guard. If you go back and hold on, if you go back and look, if you go back and look at winning records as well as stats, right? It's 2 point guards, bro, that he didn't have his way with. And those 2 point guards is Russ and Rondo. Go back and look at it before we can come back to this segment again. Rondo, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take Russ out of it because you might sound biased. Go look at Rondo against Rose. We all remember the series. Remember the series? I think that was like Rose rookie year.
Cooking Rondo ass. He was cooking his ass in that series. He was cooking his ass in that series.
And what do you think Rondo was doing?
What's his numbers? What's his numbers? What's Bro's numbers in that series? He was cooking his ass in that series. Dude.
What do you? Let me ask you a question. What do you think Rondo was doing?
I'm not saying Rondo wasn't. I mean, you got to look at it like this though, B. Rose was a good defender because of athleticism. He ain't no defender like that. He's a decent defender because of his athleticism. He was fast. He could jump. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no fucking defender. Rondo was a defender.
Now, that series, that was 2008, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No.
Look here.
Wait, no,
I'm not sure.
Rose came in 2000. So it was 2009 because he got drafted in 2008.
You sure 2009?
Yeah, because by the time the playoffs came, that was 2009.
That's when they took to that 7 games?
Yeah.
Okay, so what his numbers looking like?
I got it right here.
He was cooking his ass. He was cooking his ass.
I got it right here. Game 1. Rondo, 29, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block, 1 turnover. Right?
Okay.
Derrick Rose, 36, 4 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, 5 turnovers. Okay.
Okay.
Game two. Rondo, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 16 assists, 5 steals, 2 turnovers. Derrick Rose, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers.
Okay.
Rondo had 19, 12, and 16, bro.
Okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Game three. Rondo, 20, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, three turnovers. Derrick Rose, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 turnovers.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Game four. Rondo, 25, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover. Derrick Rose, 23, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 turnovers.
But you saying 7 turnovers like it all happened because of Rondo though.
No, but I'm saying, Ron, where was he cooking them? And I'm showing you he's not cooking them.
Go, keep going. Hey, it was 7 games though, right?
Yeah. Game 5.
Games,
Game 5. Rondo, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. He had 4 turnovers, right? 2 steals. Rose. Now remember, I said Rondo 28, 8, and 11. Rose, 14, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 6 turnovers. Okay. Next game. This Rondo.
Game 6, right?
Yeah, game 6.
Game 6.
Rondo, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 19 assists. No turnovers. 19 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Rose, 28, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers.
Okay.
Game 7. Rondo, 7, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 4 turnovers. Rose, 18, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, and 3 turnovers. He was not killing that man, Nick.
You know what?
Because this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm gonna Rondo wasn't a scoring type, but he didn't stop Rondo from doing his job. G. Rondo did his job.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I agree with you on that.
People think like he just murdered. No, Rondo ain't the scoring. I got 19 assists and 5 turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. Like 19 points, 12 rebounds, 16 assists, 5 steals with 2 turnovers. Come on, bro. How you kill me, bro? Like how?
But those are I'm talking about individual things. He was killing Rondo, bro, on some of those plays. He was killing him every game, bro. Now what I'm saying is, did he like the stats are showing? But Rondo was in the league a couple years before him, right?
1 year.
Am I right? Okay, 1 year before. So and then you had the blessing of having big ticket in the truth.
I agree.
As your team.
I'm speaking of matchups.
So matchup, that's what I'm saying. So matchup wise, when he stuck Rose, bro, Rose was cooking his ass. You go back and look at the. I mean, I see the numbers. Rondo's numbers in that series is impressive. I'm not gonna take that away from Rondo. His numbers are impressive. But what I'm saying, what I mean by cooking him, bro, is one-on-one matchup. It's so many times when Rose was taking his ass to the bucket. Now you talking about the steals and shit. That don't necessarily Rondo steals don't necessarily against Rose. He was just getting steals. His assists. That's what Rondo do. Rondo going to assist regardless of Rose. Stick him anybody.
So you can't really say you killed me if I still did my job effectively.
I'm talking about what I mean by kill him is like in a one-on-one situation when Rondo was sticking him, Rose was cooking his ass. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, in their career against each other, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Rondo is 11 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and Rose is 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. So only thing Rose got him in is the points,
Right,
20 to 11.
but
Rondo
that's the only thing I'm talking about though. Right, that's the only thing I'm talking about though. I'm not really talking about like you're talking about Rondo's strengths though. Rondo gonna have more assists than him.
right?
Rondo gonna have more rebounds than him. Rondo gonna have more steals than him because Rondo's a defensive person. Rondo can assist the ball at a high clip. That's what Rondo do. But what I'm talking about scoring, he was cooking Rondo ass in that scoring, bro. He was taking his ass to the bucket. He could. It ain't many point guards when he wasn't before he got hurt. It's not many point guards that was able to stick him. B. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, of course, I agree with that.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't many point guards that's able to stick him. But you talking about like, and then you talking about turnovers, bro. Since Rose got in the league, that's been one of his Achilles heels. You know what I'm saying? He has scored 20 some points, but he gonna fuck around and give you three, 4 turnovers.
and that's guys who got the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. And so like before Rose got hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before Rose got hurt, like okay, going to him and Russ. This before he got hurt. I'm not counting nothing after he got hurt, right?
Yeah.
They have a record of 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. They have a record of 3 and 3 against each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and again, I get it. He got KD opposed to whatever, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a record of 3 and 3 against each other. So in those 3 and 3 games, game 1, so that's a total of 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Rose, 16, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. Russ,
Mm-hmm.
14, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. They both had 2 steals. Russ had 3 turnovers to Rose 2. Next game, Rose 25, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 turnovers. Russ 15, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers. They both had a steal.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, Rose 19, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. He had 2 steals. Russ 29, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers.
So
Next
that's 3
game,
games so far.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So in them 3 games,
Rose got him 2, and Russ got him 1.
right. Next game, next game, Rose 26, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Russ 10, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 turnovers. Next game, Rose 28, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, and 2 turnovers. Russ 28, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. Next game, Rose 11, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 steals. Russ 15, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 5 turnovers. It was a wash, bro. So at that point, they're averaging the same thing, and they split the games that they won.
So here's my point though. Here's my point. When Rose is at the top of his game, I'm not saying that Russ wasn't an elite point guard. Russ wasn't on the same level as Rose when Rose was at the top of his game.
And I'm
Nobody
not
even
disputing.
said anything about Russ like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody even mentioned Russ in the MVP conversation. They mentioned him as anything other than being a solid point guard beside KD. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Once Rose got hurt, that's when Russ elevated to that. It's kind of like, I hate to say this because this will be sound so fucking bad. It's kind of like once Aaliyah died, Beyonce catapulted up to being that next R&B, you know what I'm saying, superstar. You know what I'm saying?
But
That's what it reminds me of.
but you got to factor in before you get hurt. I made the All-Star team, and I'm second All NBA. So the year you first team All NBA, I'm second team.
Right, he right
So
behind him.
right,
Yeah.
so it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like
Yeah.
I just ain't, you know what I'm saying, got here yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm here
No,
too.
no.
But
Yeah,
you probably better, but I'm here
yeah.
too.
No, and that's the thing. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on Russ because I'm a Russell Westbrook fan myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on him at all because he's a great player. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is great player and great person. I'm gonna add that too. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is when Rose at the height of his career, Russ wasn't fucking with him. Dude. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't fucking with him. Even though they worked out together and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Now this is just us as fans, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you him and Rose and Russ are the best of, cool with each other, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, just stating the obvious though. When nobody talking about Russ like that when Rose is doing his thing. That's all I'm saying. When nobody talking about Russ like that. He was a solid point guard. He was a solid point guard. He gonna dunk your ass. You know what I'm
You
saying?
more than
He
solid
gave
though.
energy.
If you second team, you more than solid though.
I mean, well, okay, you're right. I mean, I don't mean solid in a disrespectful way. You know what I'm saying?
No. Because solid ain't disrespectful, but I'm saying I think he was better than solid.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't know what other word.
I think he was
So
better
what
than
word
solid
would you use?
because you know who's a solid point guard to me, and I think is very underrated point guard and was solid as hell his whole career is Andre.
I knew he was gonna say that. Andre Miller.
Andre Miller.
I knew he was gonna
That's
say
a
that.
solid fucking.
That's the name that
Ain't
came to
nothing
my
to
head.
diss him about. Nothing. That's a
Yep.
solid fucking point guard.
You're right. Yeah, that's the name that came to my head too. As soon as you about to say that shit, that's
He's
crazy
not
that we thinking the
elite.
same person.
He's not elite, and he ain't bop.
Yeah.
He's solid as fuck.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
So
that's yeah.
it was because you got to think. Like I say, the year Rose won first team is the same year he won MVP.
MVP.
Right. So for us to come in second team, you still got to beat out the Chris Pauls, the Rondos. At that time, Utah. Darren Williams.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Damn, my bad. Yeah,
still had an early Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it was still a lot of point guards you had to beat out to
You can't
make
even
that.
factor Steph Curry into that though. Steph Curry was still so you got to remember this. The first few years of Steph Curry's career, he was hurt.
He was dealing
Remember?
with it. Yeah.
He's dealing with ankle injuries. So you can't really factor him in. Not to say that he wasn't good, but he wasn't at that potential yet because he was too fragile coming in the league at first. So you can't even factor Steph in that conversation. But the other three you named are make good points. Yeah, you make good points. For him to beat those three out,
Yeah,
you're right.
you still gotta beat them guys out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? So,
Yes, sir.
so like that's why I say that year, I think Rose emerged a year or two earlier than him. And to be honest, that's what makes Rose so exceptional. You know, that's what people talk about, the youngest MVP, stuff like that. He was young coming in the league doing that. But I know how many years did Penny go to college? 2 or whatever like that?
Maybe two. I think maybe two. We have to kind of fact check that though, but I want to say two.
Because Penny came in the league ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't many that come into the league ready.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Magic came in ready.
Magic did three though, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think Magic did three. Because Jordan did three.
Yeah. So Penny played Memphis from 91 to 93.
So 91, 92, 92, 93. So 2 years now, right?
Yeah, he played 2 years of college ball. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, he came in ready.
Yeah.
You know, so it ain't many guys who come into the league. No, you know what? Penny played 3 years in college.
So he played 90, 91, 91, 92, 92, 93.
Right. So he played,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
he returned to college for his junior year. So he played 3 years in college. So yeah, for Rose to play that 1 year and come in ready like that, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what? It was his speed, dude. Nobody was able to it was like it was a fucking blur. I think I'm not saying I don't want to take away from his talent, get a Rose's talent, but I think he was playing at a speed at that particular time, a speed and explosiveness at that particular time that nobody can match.
But I think too, you have to add in control
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
because it's been excuse me, it's been plenty that
Mm-hmm.
come in with speed, but to be able, like I say, watching the highlights, to be able to adjust his body
Yeah.
and to be able to adjust, like whether it's in the air or on the ground, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like that. The control he had is second to none.
Yeah. So
Like
those
I don't
three
know
then.
many that had that type of torque or control,
Yeah.
almost like a running back, almost like a
Yeah.
Barry Sanders type of running back.
Yeah. It
You know what I'm saying?
changed up mid-air, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
And I think the basketball guys robbed him. I've said
Yeah,
this
no.
before, not only just because they robbed him because he got hurt. You had people saying stuff like that about him, Russ, different point guards like that. Man, if they don't change that up, they gonna hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? If they don't do that, Russ was able to play like that. The basketball guys blessed him to be able to play like that for years before he had to consider changing something. Even to Michael
Yeah.
Jordan, Mike was able to play off athleticism for years before he had
Yep.
to change into a jump shooter or a mid-range shooter. Kobe, guys
Yeah.
like that were able to do that. Rose was robbed his opportunity to be able to play reckless for a while. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be he was supposed to be able to play like that before it was time for him to change his game.
Yeah.
And the basketball guys robbed him of that opportunity.
I agree. I
It's
agree.
almost
I agree.
like his story. It's almost like his story wasn't fair because even if you look at the Pennies and the Grant Hills, they got like 7 good years first before their injuries came.
He got about what? How many Rose get? I think Rose got about 7, didn't he?
No, he came in the league in '08.
Oh
He
wait.
got hurt. He got hurt after the MVP year, which is 12. So he had like three,
Yeah,
four
yeah, yeah.
years.
He about 4 years. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He got robbed. Let them guys had like 7 years before, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, before they were able, before they either got hurt or had to, switch their game up.
So
Same
question
thing.
for you. Go ahead. No, finish what you about to finish
Now
your
I was gonna
statement.
say same thing with Brandon Roy. He got robbed.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah, yeah.
think he was another one I think was gonna be fucking nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree with you on that one. So I got 2 questions for you. Um, first question is, if he never got hurt, how many chips do we get?
Again, it depends on what the Bulls bring in. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Brian them was still different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was still a force to be reckoned with. And you see that by how we would beat them in the regular season, and then
Mm-hmm.
they kick our ass in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So we still had a nemesis in LeBron James in the Eastern Conference that we had to get through. And you remember, like in the playoffs, when it came down to it, they would run a trap on Rose
Mm-hmm.
and take the ball out of his hands. And I remember him saying himself that was one of his issues. He couldn't figure that trap out. So it depends on who joined him or where he ended up going or whatever the case may be. But I think he would have a championship by now. I think,
I
it's
I
hard to
think
say how, because not to cut you off,
no, go ahead.
even look at a KD. If
Mm-hmm.
KD don't go to the juggernaut of the Golden State Warriors, it's quite possible KD, somebody his talent wouldn't have a chip.
I don't think so though. I think I think OKC made bad moves as far as like I don't, but I mean that's another story within itself. But I think he'd at least had a chip. I think Rose would have had a chip. You got to understand this. Jimmy was developing. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on those teams, but he was
Yeah.
just a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He was developing. I think we'd at least. I'm not gonna say we had two. I want to say two, but we'd at least got one. Even with that Miami Heat team, we'd at least got one.
Because
Because shit, Dallas beat Miami.
that's really the only people I really saw beating them when we got
Yeah,
ready is
yeah,
just because you're dealing with a LeBron James. So
yeah.
now it's like Rose against LeBron. Like, can you beat LeBron? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know LeBron has been shown that he can be beat, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying at that point is Rose against LeBron. Can you rise above him? You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I think that's what it would have come down to. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I think they would have got him, eventually. They would have got him if he would have never got hurt. Then my second question is, I guess my final question is, after you showed BJ the highlights, what was his reaction?
He just asked a lot of questions, like where he at? Like, he don't play no or this, that, and other. So I explained to him, I say, yeah, he still play, he don't play much, stuff like that. But he was in awe of what he saw, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? From him. And I do that all the time. I sit him down and we watch different people. And some people, and I could tell when he's in awe because sometimes he'll get distracted doing something else. If it's just like, okay, woo. And sometimes he glued to the TV. Yesterday
Mm-hmm.
was one of the times he was glued to the TV. You know what I'm saying? He was glued. Athletes that glued him to the TV, Mike, yesterday with Rose, Barry Sanders, and Lamar Jackson are guys who I can think of right now off the top of my head, where he just is like, you know what I'm saying, like, whoa, so
And to conclude this episode, that's how you know they're special.
yeah, most definitely.
It transcends generations.
Most definitely.
Like you can show that to anybody. And like you said, if they glued to the TV or they glued to their computer screen, that's how you know you're special.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you
All
know.
right, man. The episode bringing the business, man. Y'all tell us what y'all think about Rose. Was he the most special athlete that didn't, that got the biggest what if story? Or do you think it was somebody else that was more special than him? Again, I know it's a difference between statistical better or whatever like that and special.
Right.
Was Rose the most special what if story? All right, business.
But